Why, George, you're looking very handsome this morning. And TJ, looking fine as usual.
Mount Rushmore National Memorial, one of the most popular monument destinations in the United States, which usually looks like this. So I was pleasantly surprised when I arrived at the memorial at sunrise to find that no one was there. I had time with the presidents all by myself, and let me tell you, I had low expectations for this stop, but I had a complete blast exploring the area with no one else in sight. Basically an adult playground. I arrived at the memorial at 5:45 a.m., and it was almost too dark to film. The darkness made the memorial feel, well, more like a memorial. The path leading to the monument itself was lit with a dim light that provided barely enough light to see where you were walking. But then the sun slowly illuminated the intricate stonework carved into the mountain, and its history was even more fascinating. The artist and sculptor Gutzon Borglum chose 4 presidents to carve into the face of this South Dakota mountain. George Washington, because of his leadership during the American Revolution, and his place as the first president of the United States. He represents the birth of the United States and American democracy. Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, the 3rd president, and the one responsible for the growth of America through the Louisiana Purchase, which doubles the size of our nation. Theodore Roosevelt, America's 26th president, provided protection for individual citizens through a time of incredible economic growth. He was responsible for breaking up monopolies that quickly formed during this time to ensure the rights of each individual citizen. And last but not least, Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and the glue that held the nation together as he believed in the preservation of the Union during a time of great divide during the Civil War. However, he believed that the nation was founded on liberty, that all men were created equal, and was part of the abolition of slavery in the United States. Make sure to take a walk down the presidential trail to get up close and personal with the presidents. Gutzon believed that these 4 presidents represented the most important milestones in the history of our nation at the time in the 1920s. Our beginning, our growth, our responsibility to each other, and our rights as individuals. Carving began in 1927, and by 1941 it was declared a complete project as Gutzon passed away, and America became involved in World War II, shifting focus and funds to the war efforts. A fun fact is that in 1938, Gutzon began construction of what he called the Hall of Records, which is located behind the sculpture where he planned that the United States Constitution would be held, as well as a story of American history. This hall is carved in the space behind Abraham Lincoln's head. However, the government caught wind of this in 1939 and threatened to cut off funds if Gutzon used any money outside of completing the outside of the sculpture. Inside the Hall of Records today is essentially a time capsule of the monument itself in a vault that contains documents about its construction, the presidents on the mountain, and a history of America.
You guys, this trail isn't messing around with the stairs. Ooh. Man. Check out the sunrise though. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Breathtaking. And no one else is up here, I think. Or I'm just being really awkward and talking to myself. Oh god. Look. I just did a check on the presidents and nobody has a boogie up there, so it's good news. You guys have to do this hike in the morning. The sunrise on the sculptures, everything. So I can't imagine what it'd be like in daylight. Probably just washed out. So definitely come at sunrise or before sunrise like I did.
Another interesting fact about the monument is that Thomas Jefferson's head was initially placed to the left of George Washington, if you were looking at the monument, but now he is placed to the right. This is because after they completed carving Thomas Jefferson on the left, they realized that there was a crack running down his nose. Fearing that it may fall off in a short period of time, they decided to redo his entire face and blew up the one on the left. You may notice a smooth area to the left of Washington, and that is why. Luckily, not one of the 400 workers operating jackhammers died during the construction of Mount Rushmore. And while it is not complete in the vision of its artist, the product you see before you today does evoke a sense of our history through the eyes of people who came before us.
I'm feeling very National Treasury. I think they filmed the second one here, and it's pretty cool. Just saying. I'm not saying I'm Nicolas Cage, but, you know, basically. Peekaboo! This freaky cave with George staring at me. Also kind of creepy in here. That was absolutely perfect! Oh, I'm so glad. So I just visited Mount Rushmore. I was there for about an hour and a half, and I was the only one there up until the last 5 minutes. That was perfect. I was worried about there being too many people and it taking away from the experience, but I had so much fun having a whole national monument to yourself. So clean too. Oh, absolutely breathtaking. I recommend coming before sunrise. That's when I came. I came about a half hour before sunrise. It was perfect. Oh, gosh. So lucky. And I did the presidential loop, and that was pretty great. Although heavy on the stairs, so if you don't like stairs, I would not do that one. But oh my gosh. Wow. Makes you feel very American. Now all the gift shops and museums and stuff don't open till 9, so I'm going to miss out on that. But that's something that I could look up, I guess, online. I really just wanted to see the memorial, and with the sunrise colors, it was more than I could have imagined. So beautiful. Oh. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to follow along on this endless road trip.